Hi. I am Josephine and I am a tax attorney. This man on the phone next to me is Max. He is an entrepreneur, CEO and my client. I call him Maximum Max and he likes to call me Doc. Probably because I use the word unhealthy to describe his interaction with people. From what I am witnessing, Max's taxes are the least of his problems. He is in a constant state of chaos and mostly with people which he only sees as roadblocks. See what I mean? He left the car without saying goodbye. Am I offended? No. Not anymore, and I will tell you why. I introduced Max to something called operational mode. Let me give you the lowdown on what operational mode is all about. I will tell you how it relates to entrepreneurs like Maximum Max, and people like me, his trusted advisor. First off, operational mode is the result of over 20 years of research and practice with real people, with real jobs. Operational mode is a non-psychological tool that helps people self-identify preferences toward work. It's simple. Knowing your operational mode helps you understand your work preferences as it relates to the preferences of others. Empathy is the foundation for harmony. To understand operational mode, we need to take a brief fly through history. The origin of operational mode goes back to ancient Greece, that influenced modern researchers like the infamous Dr. Carl Jung. The Greek physicians Hippocrates and Galen uncovered the temperament of people. They studied how people respond with various stimuli in their environment. As you can see here, these two Greek physicians established the basis of 4 broad personality style types. Operational mode has relabeled these. The first is inform. This mode refers to the serious data-driven, analytical fact-check dude that you may be familiar with. Next is the transact operational mode. This refers to the type A, very driven colleague. Buddy is on the go. The excite operational mode is the consummate ideas guy. Dude is always watchful for the entertainment value in the environment. With the connect operational mode we have the people person. The connectors. There's always a sensitivity toward matters concerning people. With operational mode you are not one-dimensional. You may not self-identify as transact. On occasion it's a mode you may choose when needed. It just may be in short supply. So for example, I self-identify my primary operational mode as being high inform. My secondary operational mode is connect. I have a third operational mode. It's excite but medium to low when I choose to use it. As you can see, I have a very low preference to engage the transact operational mode within me. You can even say I am near empty, redlining, on most occasions. And when it evaporates it's usually when I am interacting with someone like Max who has a very high transact operational mode. Do you now see where operational mode can help me identify my potential source of conflict with my colleague Max? As it turns out, knowing operational mode, Max and I have very different ways of operating. Let's drill down with some further comparisons. One way to see operational mode is to look at 3 comparisons that many researchers have cited as indicators as sources of conflict or harmony between people. A popular comparison is physical versus people preferences. Given that I am learning about operational mode to improve my relationship with Max, where do I stand in terms of physical versus people? If you guessed people, you are right. Max surely loves people. But let's face it. His transact operational mode is preferential toward physical transactions than interactions with people. Another popular comparison is task versus verbal preferences. I am task-oriented but often my verbal preferences takes hold. You see, it's my inform mode that likes to explain things as I have done for the last 4 minutes, n'est-ce pas? Yes, Max is an entrepreneur. He talks and sells. However, his transaction-seeking preference is about task completion. Keep in mind he has other operational modes in play. And finally, a third comparison and perhaps the most popular among researchers is extroversion versus introversion. Is it any wonder where Max and I stand in this comparison? Okay, you guessed it. My preference is introversion and Max's is extroversion. Although extroversion and introversion comparisons are important, Max and I are in close proximity. Most people are. So we are called ambiverts. Someone like me, who is highly verbal, is considered extroverted. Someone like Max who is less verbal is considered introverted. It's a bit messed up, not to mention misleading. The reason is because most people think introversion means shy and extroversion outgoing. This is not correct. You see, since Hippocrates and Galen, extroversion and introversion has come a long way. It's why operational mode was developed in the first place. The important thing to remember is that our operational mode responds to the environment we're in. And that's what the ancient Greeks discovered. And now, we dance. Opa. Opa. One last note of caution when talking about operational mode. Operational mode is only one factor on how we respond to people or events in the workplace. There are other factors that influence us. These factors vary with each person. The difference is that operational mode is something you are born with. And on that, breaking news, you may resume dancing.